totally don't have anything running behind. So anyways, welcome. There's your fused ash here. And just, so I'm sorry if it's wobbly and I just don't have tripod or anything. So let me know where you guys are from. I see Zach's here. I'm running behind. I wasn't able to send a link to have him join because I already made it. I don't know, it's complicated. Anyways, let me know where you guys are from. If I get eaten by mosquitoes, I may have to move. Can you guys hear me? Yes, no. Okay. Hello, embrace the journey, the great state of Washington. Zach, I can hear you. Awesome. Okay, yes, good, good, good. So, Nia Bay, beautiful. Hello, Alan. Yes. Okay, good. Checking. Everything's good. So, guess I'll touch base on a little bit of what has happened in the past. Ooh, I don't know. I guess it's been about 5 days since I guess a week almost since I've seen you guys. So we did have a visual, which was pretty amazing for myself to experience. I'll allow Zach to speak on that on when he has a chance. Hello, Karen. Welcome. Nice to have you here. And China Productions. Nice. All of you, thank you for being here. But anyways, we definitely were, don't miss one detail. Oh, Sabe. We call in Sabe, and we thank you for the presence of Sabe, Sasquatch, Bigfoot, and open our hearts and intentions. Don't miss the one detail, and I'm home. And that's it. We'll call the spirit in. And anywho, don't say anywho. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you guys haven't already. I know a lot of you do. So we got out there Friday, which was nice. We camped where I was guided to, and was it was busier out there due to the long weekend up here in Canada. It was July long, so it was like Canada Day long weekend. And we were camping in a new spot, which was just amazing in itself to be able to find just new breaks and the large trees and stuff like that. Definitely a lot of portals and different energies that can be happening in that area. So Zach brought out the singing bowls, which was nice. And I guess that night, I don't know, Zach, do you want me to touch on all your things, or do you want me to wait for that? Let me know. But to me, Friday night was pretty quiet for myself, other than when Tucker stood up and was like, no, you're not taking me. Because Zach said, oh, you're not taking my dog. But it felt like there was energy. Zach was hearing things. I wasn't. So the next morning, it was an active night for Zach, which then the yelling woke me up, and didn't see anything anyways. I didn't. The next morning, I have a good discussion on everything that has occurred, a lot of details. So the next morning we did the sound bowls. And Dave, why would you hook up with Todd just long enough to steal his thunder, then start your own team? I have no comment on that one. Anywho, so we were, and again, everything happens for a reason, and I didn't hook up with him to steal anything. So sometimes life throws little curveballs. Doesn't mean that people aren't working together or anything like that. So that's kind of an irrelevant question. Anywho, so the next morning I was meditating and really playing with the energy of the land and stuff. So as we were sitting there, we're coming to the end of the meditation, and we were after doing the breath work, and all of a sudden Tucker growls, and I look up, And I'm like, oh. And Zach's like, oh, there's something watching us. And you could feel, like, I don't know how to explain it, but you could feel the energy. And then all of a sudden he steps out from the side, and I'm like, whoa, there he is. It's a Sasquatch. And to me, it looks very familiar. Like, it really resonated to ones I've seen in Discovering Bigfoot's movie, which was pretty cool to see. But then it was the way he would communicate, right? So that's what I did. Well, yeah, whatever. Anyways, and he stepped out and he's like, yeah, you're really looking at me. You're really looking at me. And I was like, oh, okay. Very interesting. You're confirming that I am looking. And then he went and hid by behind the tree again. And then Zach could kind of see him. So that was pretty spectacular. And then after that, we decided to move camp, which we went back to a different camp in the area. Whoops. Shoot. Pretty cool. Super cool. Yeah, it was super cool. To be able to feel the energy and to be able to go, you know what you're looking at, and I felt calmness, right? Like, don't get up, you don't have to run, I'm here, you are looking at me. And it was just more confirmation on what they were showing me. Did you hear whistles coming in closer? Not that I can recall. I don't know how to explain it. Like, yeah, maybe I do hear it and I'm just not completely aware that I'm hearing something. Because you could sense them on the whole right side of where we were meditating, right? So it was all on the right hand side, and you just feel it. Don't recall any whistles, but see, then again, maybe I'm thinking it's a bird, so I'm not really tuning into it being, oh, it's a Sasquatch whistling. But I've heard the whistles, so that's I really have to sit with that. And gray boa, thank you. Sit with that. But I sense something, like, I don't know what I sense, because it's happened multiple times where all of a sudden I'll stand up and it's like, oh, where is it? And I don't know if it's because they're, you guys, they're cloaking. Did Sasquatch have a smell that we have been told about? I have smelled them, and I think it's unique to each individual on who smells it, because I think we're narrowing the smell down. I've been out thinking it smelled like propane, so one of the first times I had any encounter, to me it smelled like propane, like leaking propane, or like natural gas or something. But so that would have been like Gabby and all of us at the camp, so that was interesting. Wow. Yeah. Did Sasquatch have a smell? So yes, touch base on the smell. Do you think the singing bowls could have drawn them in? Absolutely, because what's happening is the energy of the land was shifting, right? We're becoming coherent with the land, right? So if we're supposed to be the keepers of the third realm, right, and bringing all these realms together, like the elemental, the Sasquatch are supposed to be the ambassadors, right, being able to go through each realm. I find that bringing in that sound bowl and the healing. So we were chewing on frankincense as well, had essential oils for the breathing, and barefoot and stuff like that. So these are all things I think were just really help anchor in the aspect of the energy, right? Because you could feel the coherence, you could feel the vibration of the land even go up. Like Dak said, it was going like through the mycelium and everything, and the land was like, yeah, we love it. So I think it really helped energetically aligned all the realms for them to physically appear, right? If we want to talk more of the spiritual aspect of it, not just the physical. Mate worker, yay, progress, not too much fear, peace, love, serenity. Yeah, absolutely. There wasn't that much fear when it happened. It was just like more like excitement. I'm not going to do anything, I'm just going to embrace this, right? It's like, oh, this is so cool, it's happening, I totally know. And it was so amazing to know that like it really was similar to the ones you see in Discovering Bigfoot. That's like, whoa, like that was amazing. Like with the, to me, I call it like an oval or like a, that type of head, right? So it'll be nice to be able to share that story with Sasquatch Odyssey tomorrow as I have a podcast with him. Camping with Sasquatch, welcome. You seem very zen about the visual. Reminds me of how they say when you let it go, it happens kind of thing. Yes, right? So I set my intention. I was so in my intention going, you know, I'm going to have an encounter. They were showing me if I set up and display the correct open heart, positive vibes, all that energy, that they would show themselves. And they gave me that vision. And as soon as we changed, because what we started out facing a different way, and then Zach's like, oh, let's turn around. So I turn around. I'm like, wow, this is exactly how it turned out in the vision. And then I'm like, they'll be on the right. So it was, my intention was, you know, I do so much traveling, going, you know, in and out of the wilderness and putting time aside. And I love the wilderness, don't get me wrong. I'd live there all the time if I could. But it was so serene. And being able to go, wow, I can actually sit here peacefully and embrace your presence. And I think it really helped him feel my intention, that my heart was more open, you know, and I was ready for it more so now than I ever have been. And then now moving forward, it'll be more anchoring in of this is what to expect. 'Cause I've been doing so much work. 'Cause you guys, it takes inner work too, right? We have to release those blocks within ourselves and just really move forward, relieving the density so we can align and help them, because they really do want to help humanity. If we're the, you know, the shopkeepers of this 3D realm, we're not doing a very good job. So what's happening? Just talking about the encounter with a visual sighting, Eric, and welcome. Gina Productions, what was your perception of your interaction? I don't know if I want to fully go into that yet. There's definitely a lot more I could share with why it happened, what happened afterwards, all of it. Like, it just shows how bonded we are energetically. Maybe I shouldn't be using that word. And I shouldn't be using this, but quantum entanglement, like, it's just a lot of eye-opening with that interaction. But the perception and my perspective is just, it's a lot clearer on for myself and this journey, and with other people in my life on this journey too, and how interconnected people can be with being stewards of the land even, right? So it's very, very interesting. That's all I can say. And I'll definitely touch base more as on that, China Productions, maybe even personally, just because it pulls back perceptions, and it's can be linked back to the experiences I've had in October. I find that this interaction, so all my interactions from being under the structure with Todd, from, you know, China Productions being boots on the ground with us and stuff, it's like full circle almost with all these lessons and making sense of things. So yeah. Karen, look how far you've come, right? You've always said you weren't quite ready, and now it's calm experience for you. They are trusting you. How freaking cool, right? Exactly. Oh, and I mean, I was asking for like a soft gentleness, and they've pushed, right? Like, it's like they'll only push a certain amount. So where once you can get rid of the fear that blocks so many from so many different things, it's like we got through that fear block, and now it's like we're open. But until that other fear of, you know, that wall of fear comes in, you just break it down. So I'm really energetically starting to learn how to clear that density and look at these lessons and pull back the view. It's like, really, it's like I'm just seriously pulling an onion apart. It's like layer after layer after layer after layer. It's like, oh my goodness, how much layers of conditioning have we went through? Lots. Sorry, I got in a guddle and was watching an old live. I'll catch up. Awesome, Kirsty. Well, nice to see you. As a welcoming friend, family. Oh, they were definitely, oh, they felt like I knew them. Like I knew them. Him. Like, yeah, you know me, and here I am back again. So it was more, I would say, family. And the funny thing is, the song that I am loving right now is Ancestors by Fia. I think it's in one of my reels or one of my shorts on here. And that to me, right? Because there are ancestors, and I feel that to be so true. And we're, touching the ground with our feet. See my arms buzzing right now. Caressing the water with my I was dancing in the mud. Like, it was so much fun, just really anchoring the ancestral, the mother nature, and them being, yeah, it was like he was family for sure, more so than a friend. Hello, Julie, welcome. Hello, Melanie. It's so exciting, right? Yeah, I'm definitely so grateful that happened. An adult, I mean, yeah, he was definitely, no, it wasn't a child. I would, it's someone's brother, and I can't remember. Jacob? I don't know, something like that. So I'm not sure. Jacob. It would be Jacob, the other one. I don't know. There's two of them in the movie. No, so I was verified. Jacob. Something like that. I don't know. Please forgive me. Okay, so good question. Embrace. Yeah. So, Eric. That's so cool. Intentional being. Absolutely. Intentions. Set our intentions for every day, right? Setting my intention. Like, whenever I use this amazing quantum device that I have, right? It's setting an intention. What is my intention? And those intentions are so powerful. And I'm anchoring that in more and more every day. Please don't forget to like that or hit that thumbs up button up there. Definitely appreciate it, you guys. Such a perfect description of the shifting of energy. The words cannot explain it. Not fear, almost a joining of vibration. Grounded. Absolutely, right? So, like, as you say that, it's like you can feel, like, I can't just pretend. Maybe I can. No, because I have my hand is holding the phone. So it's like bringing it, I can visually see it. So if you're telepathy, that one. But yes, exactly what Kim is saying with the shifting of the energy. That's how it seems. It's like the higher realms came down to the grounded realms, and they all like were resonance with each other for sure. Jake, such a sweet being, Jake. Right. Don't forget to tell them what happened when we went to look at where it was standing behind us. I don't remember. Oh, yes, I do. Right, okay. So as we were sitting there looking at where he was standing and like trying to look for a track, whatever, kind of like anything, all of a sudden we heard this thud. And you guys, it wasn't really windy. And the thud was down at the camp. And literally they picked up the tent or the sunshade and they threw it. But we thought they threw it at the car, like my car, and it was sitting there. And we get back down the hill and it wasn't there. It wasn't there. The shade was thrown to the road, and it was blocking the road. And I'm like, interesting. Okay, that's weird. And I'm like, oh, Sasquatch doesn't like tents. That's why I don't sleep in them anymore, because they're intimidating. But it was funny because I guess back in 2022 when I took out a lady friend, she set up one of her tents and the exact same thing happened. They flipped it upside down. It wasn't windy. We went out to go investigate the gifting hill or walk over somewhere, and all of a sudden we come back. Or maybe it was when her and the rest of the crew were there. But anyways, they flipped the tent right upside down because they like to, play with us. Sydney, Ash, do you believe there are little people as well? You know, I'm starting to see things maybe along that line. The more I open up and stuff, I can see that to definitely be a true thing. I do bring the question up when we're out there about that. I can't just say my research is Sabe, because I think that we're all just so interlinked that way. Like if Sasquatch, let's say, just saying, these are all just, you know, um, if they're the ambassadors of the elemental realm, and we as humans, as beings, are here to be the keepers of the 3D realm, and then Sabe is helping us um, bring all the realms together. I can see little people. I can see fairies. Um, there's some other ones. Gnomes. I've been questioning that one as well, because I go, this is like really fairy-ish and gnome-ish, and just like the one track, you know, it doesn't necessarily mean it's a Sasquatch. To me, it can kind of look like, I don't know, maybe it's a big, you know, fee fi fo fum being. Just saying, I don't know. If they're waking up in the mountains, you never know, right? Some things that'll probably get me back down to the algorithm. Eric, quantum entanglement could be root of psychic connection and vibrational energies. Yep. That has been a topic of conversation a bit, Sydney, while out there. Yeah, exactly, Eric. Would be amazing to see Jane, wouldn't it? But she showed up in a different way, and that's thanks to Vernon 52's connection. We'll send energy, positive vibes to him, because he knew the day it happened. Just like I know some of you have messaged me privately and said, oh, I knew it happened. So I love this community, because you guys, just because it happens for me, it happens for all of us. And, you know, one day I will be blessed. But again, when we take a picture and photo, you know, with a photo and we share it, their energy is connected to that. And it might not always be in their best interest, because we don't want, they are such light beings and positive beings. We don't want to murky the waters of the energetic imprint of that being. So, you know, even if I was, sorry, that's the lawn chair, even if I was blessed to have that experience, I don't know, you know, their energetic imprint's going to be left on me, which then I'll be that reflection to you guys, and then you guys go and interact with people and learn and grow with your own interactions. And it doesn't have to necessarily be out in the wilderness, right? You guys can telepathy and mind speak and all of it. Hey, if you want to work together, I have people asking, help me, and I'm like, okay, I might have to put a group together and really anchor in collectively on what we all do as kind of, I don't want to say like, kind of like a ritual. What are we going to do to strengthen our connection to the natural world this month, and then go through there and then bring back, and like kind of like, what do they call, like a mastermind group, right? Really strengthening that connection in. That'd be fun to do. Feeling your vibration, Ash. Thanks, Eric. Dance party in the bush. I'm down, right? Dance party in the bush. It was so much fun. Rain and all. So definitely opening up in different ways. Okay, so yes, back to Jane. She was there, and she came in, I guess, Friday night. So that is very interesting. She came in, and we were listening to a song that I was given to. It was I don't know, Zach, you might be able to comment it. It was the Lights, or I can't remember the song, but one of the community members here shared that, and I've listened to it in resonation to what happened last year. And it was profound. I could have almost started crying, because it was just anchoring in what has been brought in by community to me with the connection through Jane and them. And it's like, oh my gosh, so blessed to have connections with Sabe, people like you guys. Like, this is just amazing. I love it. I appreciate it so much. China production. Uh-oh, I have a tent on the top of my Jeep. Whoops. The tents are all good on the top of the Jeeps. I don't think they could really throw that, but that would, yeah, you know, really anchor that. It's anchored, so I think it's just more being on the ground. And it's when people aren't in it. So if you're sleeping in it, they might want to play with the sides of it or something, but that's totally how I see it. Julie, I don't doubt my visions. I know exactly. I know. It's not a belief. It's an I knowing. It's an I know what happened and what I saw and what I felt and everything that's just come to fruition, you guys. It's just mind-blowing in itself. Even the energy that I experienced under the structures last year. Like everything's like, yeah, you get this breadcrumb, you get it, you get it, you get it. It's like, yep, I get it. I hear you guys loud and clear. Sometimes I just am not able to suppress those other things, but I know we're not supposed to do that. Garden spirits, yeah, beautiful. See, exactly, garden spirits. So many different spirits, right? Melanie, little people have been here a long time, I hear, as well as Sabe. Yeah. We'll see, and then like to me, like are little people the gnomes? No, the dwarfs, like in Snow White. That was how I was questioning it too, was when I'm out there, a lot of fairy tale movies seem to come up, and I then question that because Twilight's come up. Ashley in Wonderland happened last year when I went through liminal space. Peter Pan's come up. Snow White's coming up. There's some other ones. Embrace the journey. Oh, sorry. No, here. Oh, okay. China Productions. Absolutely. It was meant for you and you to share. All right. Thank you. Embrace the journey. Native Americans believe taking their photos took their souls. You know, and yeah, from what I'm starting to see and put like dot, dot, dot together, put the puzzle pieces together, you know, I'm starting to see things. And remember, there are things that would want to bring that positive energy into a negative energy. So, yep, I would definitely, that's why I had my audio recorder. I didn't really use it. Okay, so when we did have the sighting, we were recording ourselves. So it did happen. That's where you would see the reaction of us and Tucker of seeing that. So we do have confirmation that way, so that he wasn't in the photo, but he was sure as heck behind the camera. So I definitely appreciate what he gave us there too. Yes, appreciate you sharing, Ash. Well, I appreciate all you as well. Yes, mastermind class, purity, peace, respect. Yes. He can. I see fire and Ed Sheeran. So hiking the bush, then reflecting, learn your nature lessons. Absolutely. Well, that's all. It's always, right? Always take back what you learn. We always come back or come out. Like, doesn't matter if you're there for Sasquatch or not. You always have the lessons for sure to reflect on. And you guys, people might deny this, but your reality is a reflection of what's in here. And there are some people so dead set that no, that's not true, when it's so much truth. There's so much truth there that you can't even deny it anymore. Well, I can. It's what I see anyways. You're Elizabeth, you're amazing. I love your vibe. Thank you. Thank you. Melanie, truly is an amazing experience. Absolutely. So blessed. Absolutely. I feel I will be receiving more for sure, always. And they know that I'm going to get to the truth around anything and everything when it comes to just self-growth, you know, like up-leveling. We're limitless. We are limitless beings. What can, what can't be done can be done. And some people might not agree with some of those things, but I do have, we're here to learn for sure. And always strengthen and keep moving forward. And we are blessed with amazing people in our lives like you and all of you, and being able to self-reflect and all of that. So I definitely feel more to come in the lessons that I will continue to well, even the lessons today that come full circle for me from the experience. So, and yes, we did record his whoop. Oh, yeah, okay. I'm calls all of you. Yeah, there are also, so embrace the journey. There are also energy spirits, sprites. It's all right. Energy sprites been around for thousands of years. Eric, reality is a reflection of what's in your heart. Truth, right there. Yes, right? Oh my goodness. Yeah, definitely. I want to say, I was watching a call. Maybe it was the call I talked on one of the Sasquatch groups I was a part of today. Interesting. Exactly what they may have said. That's amazing that you guys saw the visual together. Shared experience. Yes. Melanie, energy sprites. I've heard of that too, right? I know I've heard of energy sprites too. And then like even like the devas. Like, do you guys know much about the devas? Melanie, Kirsty, embrace the journey, Eric. Like I believe I feel or see them in the trees. Because my energy, one of my energy healers, she's like, play with the devas. And I'm like, okay. I'll strengthen that connection, right? Strengthening these connections. No, I have not. Yeah. Anywho. Yes, I said it. What else? What else? Guys having questions? Totally just drawing a blank. Just embracing all your guys' energy. Just in high vibes right now. The video will be coming out soon. Devas, dev, God in Sanskrit. Thank you for that. Definitely a Delvin analyst. Adventurous. I like the name. Tell us, Ash. What am I telling? I don't know. Don't forget to like the video. I'm a 63-year-old disabled now, so you do this for me, and I appreciate so much too. Thank you, Ash. You are welcome. Yes, and I mean, that's where I've had people say, you bring nature to me. I'm unable to go to nature, but you bring that, infuse that into my life. And it's like, I feel that that's why I'm here, is to share like energetically through food. I do love creating with food. Sorry, getting weird texts. Is the forest quiet when they are around? The first time I had interaction, yes. But as I find, because my lessons are different, that they want me to close them eyeballs, listen and really feel, not just with the hands, but like feel with my energetic body, with the aura body, with the bioenergetic field. And then all of a sudden it will silent, but like they'll thud on the ground, or they'll do something along those lines as it gets really quiet here. Energy shift, right? So okay, so there we go. They're giving me a message right now. So it does, because what's happening is there's an energy shift into realms. The land. Have you had repeat offerings to you? Yes, at my own home. Yeah. Sticks. There was a green item that was gifted to me, it was like a straw though. I don't know why they gifted me a straw. Yes, and rocks under my vehicle on the last day. So the last night they gave me another 5 sets of rocks. I did leave 5 stones. They gave me 5 rocks. Mysteriously placed in front of my door. Actually in between, like, you'll see the photo. It's that. So rocks and sticks but like not sticks as just, there's messages within these sticks that they're gifting, and like kind of like you said, like an artwork. So it's really hard for me to decipher that. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted. with the energy shift. So there's an energy shift, it kind of will go silent, but that's because like there's a shift of energy. And sometimes that shift of energy, if it stays quiet, can be them coming in, and then it'll start to pick up energetically with the birds and stuff again. So sorry, wanted to touch base with that. That's how I see, and that was the message that they just gave me by making everything quiet. And I'm like, oh, okay. Is the forest quiet? So yes, I know it's awesome. You can come chat with us. Thank you, Ash. You're welcome. Thank you, guys. Talk about the bee. The bee. The bees that come to land on and my finger and pet them. So bees kept on trying to land on me, and again, they're high vibe, which I've been learning, which we all know. They're the nectar. They are like top of the top. We need them for everything. Pollinators, honey, making this world go round. Probably another sensor thing right there. Stop, too much truth. Don't mention the bees. They're good for honey and bee pollen. And if you take that bee pollen, they can make your breast perkier. Just saying, you know. Anywho, back, I guess, on the first trip, I was told to pet the bee, talk nicely to the bee. So this is another thing I'm anchoring in, is really talking out loud to the insects, I do to the deer, like the bigger. So anyways, I petted him and he was talking and I was talking to the bee, and he's like, if I can change the world, you can change the world. And I was like, oh my God. And then he got right in my face because I said something, and he must not have liked what I said. I think I might have been doubting something within my ability and doing what I'm doing with Awakening. Because, you know, as much work as I put in, like there's an energy exchange, right? And people say, keep doing it, Ashley. It's like, well, okay. But where was I going with that? Oh, I said, well, I don't know, I'm just one person. Oh, I'm just one person. He came right up into my face and was like, I'm like, whoa. And I swear Zach channeled that message right through that bee. But it was very interesting to hear the message from the bee, and really strengthening my connection on talking with the insects and listening and opening up that way too. Hey Ash, I'm not hearing your crow friends in the background. They were here earlier. They were here. Oh no, I hear them. Where was I? Did Sabe just send you a text? Somebody did. I don't know who it was, but somebody did. I didn't recognize the number, so maybe it was Sabe. Weird stuff is going on with people and everything. So Willie and Betty, do you get more energy feelings in a particular area that they have just been, even if you've seen them? Yes, absolutely. So this is how I decipher and have really strengthened my ability with this, was when I found their energy the first time I was out, and I could see it, feel it, and it's like I lit up my left hand. But you'll literally, so the way I can explain physically, if we want to look at what the energy looks like, it's kind of like fireworks. So it's like that's like that sparkler type of energy. So it'll feel higher vibration. It'll feel something will happen, whether your hands, like I call them truth bumps. You could get something like chills, or like bumps, like goosebumps. I call them truth bumps. If there's a certain energy with that, if you start putting your hands on where they've had contact, even if it's older, there's still an energy imprint of them, which will help strengthen that within you for the ability to feel their energy even stronger. And bees are conscious beings. Yes. Kim, so much happens moment by moment. It takes a while to process and integrate, much less find the words to describe the experience. See, you know it. Exactly. And sometimes I want to describe the experience, but there's only like certain individuals that would understand because you experienced it with them. So we're all intermingling mingled in that energy, right? So it's true. It's integration. There's an integrating period when you come from back out, back into the matrix, for sure. Is Sasquatch drawn to empathic people? I heart bees so much lately. So, now there's different kinds of empathy. I think it's just you're a good person with a good heart. If Sabe is all about truth and honesty, it has to tell you something. That's like one of the most challenging things that I have come to on this journey, is if people, or if Sasquatch interacts with you, they see something within you. You're a different color of aura, different energy. You're there for a reason. I don't think truly you don't have to be an empath. You can be a good-hearted person. And those other abilities can come in. Because people can say, oh, an empath, they absorb. Well, that's not necessarily correct. It depends where you are on your journey. I used to absorb a lot of environments, but I'm strengthening that like it's unreal. Now I'm just becoming like a tube of light so I don't absorb people, right? So empath or empathic abilities can come in different ways. And if you just infuse yourself with nature through real food, plants, herbs, medicinal mushrooms, chaga, reishi, you know, the mycelium world, essential oils, like even just asking, and then like, oh, this is a dandelion, like even just smelling will help bring those in as well, right? So to be Sasquatch to be drawn, it's because of what's in here. And if you're out there to hunt, well, hunt some. You're not gonna. And if they're stewards of the land, you guys, like they're here to protect the wild game too. Like I'm starting to question if they even eat elk and the meat like that, just due to the fact that what I'm seeing with the land. So that I'm starting to question. Ugh, the sun is everywhere I go. I love it though. Being able to communicate with all of creation, lessons everywhere. Absolutely. Totally agree. Even within, you know, another human, right? Like what's this human reflecting back at me? Where can I see this to be true within myself? And just, you know, some people like to project. Doesn't mean it's actually happening. So you got to really, that's a discernment. And, you know, I did go through a phase where it's like, oh, what do I have to change in me to change the reality of this individual? Not necessarily always you. Not necessarily. Sparkles. Yes, sparkles. Exactly. Exactly. Ooh. Eric, home, you are correct. Even rocks, all things. Yeah, okay. So like even licking rocks. I licked a rock. Yep, I licked a rock. Yep, so maybe we'll start embracing more rock family here. I've always loved rocks. I've collected rocks since I was a child. So there's something to be said that now I'm being gifted rocks from Sabe. It's just it's just a knowing, I guess, right? So strengthening my rock connection as well. Willie and Betty, so are any of them leaving like dark or loathing feelings if they are upset about something? Well, they can. It all depends on what the message is, right? So I might sense an energy and I might know why it's there. But doesn't mean that other person might not sense that energy. So they can leave, but it's more like that feeling or that emotion they're trying to... How do I explain that? I don't even know how to explain it. So because of There are lessons to be learned with the energy that you are feeling when you engage with them or what they're leaving behind. Because I take that and I go, okay, well, how can I bring this back to within this? Even my experiences, like I don't know how to explain to you guys because I haven't found the words of explaining the lesson from what happened under the structure to what happened here on Saturday, due to the fact that it was a full circle of what I learned. So I'm and yeah, I'm gonna just be quiet because I can't really explain it right now. I'm convinced trees are being big conductors. Oh, absolutely. So Julie, like those larches and stuff, like they are in between two. So we are definitely discovering things about trees, like mind-blowing things about trees and portals and energy conductors, right? And I tried to find this one tree and I guess I wasn't allowed to find it yet because they don't want me teleporting anywhere till I can really anchor in what's going on. But they are definitely, I will just say 100%. I'm convinced too. I will confirm that for you, Julie, as I've seen that, especially after these past two. If I could explain, like when we stuck our hands, and that's, you know, we learned that up on the mountain from last time. And now we're putting our hands through. So when you see a picture of me with two larches, I was putting my hands to each, like to touch both larch. Now so the thing is, Julie, these trees are the same circumference, pretty much the same height, and and it doesn't matter, they don't have to be big or small, they're just same circumference, and you go in between. Hello, Michael, welcome, you made it. And I was touching, and all of a sudden I felt like I was going around in a circle, and it was unbelievable. You could feel the energy, and I'm like, wow, so is this how they come into our realms? They find two trees that are conductive that they can use to come into our realm. Food for thought. Food for thought. Energy isn't it after all? Yes, it is. Absolutely. Everything is energy. So that's where it's like we're learning to play with it on a quantum level, being out in nature in the physical realm, right? Because the nature is the quantum realm. So now you're going out into nature and we're learning how to play with the energy, going through liminal spaces, teleportation. And this is probably not a video I should be sharing on YouTube. Anywho, we'll just move on. I love rocks too. Awesome, Ash, right? We get gifted rocks from our crow friends. That's cool. They leave them by the water dish we set out for them. That's awesome. My dad was gifted a pine cone. My dad left a crow something and then he gifted him a pine cone, dropped it right on his head. I thought that was hilarious. Alan, were there multiple Sasquatch around during your sighting? Find any footprints after he left? Found a fresh tree break. And you could see the energetic footprint, but no physical. And we didn't really go into the bush. Rocks can be healing, absolutely. Julie, certain rocks unite with your spirit. They reach out for you, and when you pick them up, they feel right. Absolutely. I totally agree with that. Embrace the journey. That's like my course I found. It totally like just fits my hand perfectly. I agree about the trees. See? We're on to something with the trees, guys. Guys and ladies and gentlemen. Willie Betty, wow, it's okay, I get that. This is a learning experience and we'll watch to learn with you. Thank you. Pretty hard, understanding, we could not find any definite tracks. Yeah, it's challenging out there when the ground is so hard. I thought the ground, when it was pouring rain, would be hard. I mean, soft. It was not. There was more rocks, and I'm like, I'm walking on a freaking mountain and cutting I sliced my right foot open. It's finally just starting to heal. Good food for thought, right? I agree. Good food for thought. They seem to create lessons, however, our perceptions of the lessons are unique to us. Isn't that yep. That's right. Because everyone has a different shade of glasses. Some individuals may never understand the lesson given. I agree. And sometimes they, you know, they might not, so they have to hit you a different way with that lesson. Yep. Sometimes. What are you hinting at? Oh, that's funny. Rune, I like your name. I find I was reading something with runes. Something with that name. Anyways, Rune Everfree, I like your name. Interesting stuff. Thank you for sharing. You're welcome. Sovereign Cosmic Wildman, they're also using lemons. I like your name too, Sovereign Cosmic Wildman. They're also using lemons. Very interesting. To clean their livers. I don't know. Even the hammock you're sitting on has energy. Well, yeah, everything's energy, right? They adorn the Sasquatch sticks structures I come across with rocks, seaweed, flowers, lemons, blue objects, toys. See, and blue objects, I have seen things with blue objects. Flower petals I've noticed in the bush with them being in a circle. Like Ring Around the Rosie, Pocket Full of Posies. Rocks, seaweed. Oh, that's what I was going to do last time, was bring out, what is it called? It's not seaweed, but it's moss. Sea moss. Sea moss is what I was going to bring out last time. Whoops. Next time. Flowers bring joy. Absolutely. And I got a sunflower when I got back from my trip from my daughter. She brought me sunflowers. So now I have a... Love it. Julie, flowers sing out to me. Beautiful music. Good job on the video link. Thanks. Michael. Blue objects, eh? Interesting. Yeah. Blue objects. So many blue objects out there. There is something to be said with blue. Anyone know other meanings to blue? I know blue is a throat chakra. Communication. To reach the spirit realm is right. So the blue is in between the spiritual realm, which the heart center is. Heart center is green. I have met people in my thoughts, and it is a beautiful place to know someone. Chris. You're a sunflower, Ash. Thank you. Yeah, that's what I say. If I could pick a flower, that's what I would be, as a sunflower. Perfectly describes as Ashley. Joyful. They say everything comes from the blue. That's right. That is true. They're often known to travel in bluish orbs form. Right. So I was actually, someone also said that they saw Sabe transform, come down. So, I mean, they're so much taller. So at the hip joint, they kind of folded their energy, turned into an orange cube, and took off. So another thing that was coming up was a lot of orange. And I know orange is the creativity, the sacral chakra, relationships, and stuff like that. So that was interesting to hear someone comment that they saw Sasquatch turn into an orange orb. You can see that on that paranormal Bigfoot. So I'm like, wow, that's very interesting. See, I've never seen an orb. I'm asking. But blue is a pure color. Blue and orange seem to be the colors that trip. Eric, supposedly they don't like red except flowers and berries, from Dave Pilates. I find red, I don't like red either. I find it to be a hostile color. Like, I feel hostility from it. I feel anger. Like, even when people wear it, it's like, ooh, I'm gonna go that way. I'm not a red fan, even though that's the root chakra, that's the support chakra, right? So Sovereign Cosmic Wildman. Yep, orange orbs are one of their forms. Even David Pilates confirmed this. Interesting. Blue is imagination, inspiration, and sensitivity. Oh, so you guys are so brilliant. I love it. Such up-leveling conversations. So orange and blue. I was trying to, you know, I have an orange selenite. Oh, see, and I love my blue crystal from one of the 13 skulls. Energetically. Gina Productions. I want to hang out with the rock people in Bryce Canyon before heading up your way in September. The blue resonance frequency also may be the key to its attraction. Interesting. Oh, I love it. I have orbs all around my house. When I video, it's full of them. That's awesome, Kirsty. See, so they're there in just orb form for you. Yeah, lots of mushrooms out there, you guys. Definitely wasn't going to go down the Alice in Wonderland or Alice in Wonderland thing again. I was like, nope, I'm not touching them this time. Nope, definitely not. So that was definitely interesting. They just have, mushrooms just have so much wisdom, you know. They're part of the mycelium. The mycelium has been around, and oh, it's just incredible knowledge and wisdom, right? With all those. So, yeah. So the video, again, I guess back to the video. I will put it up. I'm not sure when. I haven't even looked at it just because I've had to integrate what's happening here at home, coming back in. Didn't get back to town till Tuesday night, so I'll keep posting little shorts. I guess that's what we call them. We're on, yeah, shorts for you guys just to give you an idea. And what I was actually planning on doing, so the video isn't like an hour long, is I might just go day 1, day 2, day 3 and post the videos like that, so you can see like what day happened what. So day 1 was, oh, I think I have some video of day 1, arrival day. So that's what I'll probably do, and maybe kind of just put it into like a part 1, 2, and 3, so it's not so long, and it flows nicely. It just maybe more of what happened on a day by day basis. So that's what I'll do. Yes, good idea. I'm partially colorblind. My goodness, where's Ashley's language? But I can see yellow very well. Yellow is my favorite color, spiritual color. Yeah, yellow is my favorite color as well. Like, that's why my sunflower, solar plexus, I do love yellow. Brilliant, Ash. Thanks. You're welcome. Telepathy is a real thing. Absolutely it is. I experience it a lot. And it's just mind-blowing. When are you and Zach and Tucker going back out again? We don't have any idea around that right now. I'm planning on going out this weekend myself. I'm thinking, depending on which days, there's so many people that want to get together, and it's like, are you going camping again? It's like, yeah, I'm going camping again. So either this weekend I'll go out, or next weekend I'll go out. If anything, I might just stay around, like travel the land here, and then go out to that area in next week. Sorry. I have another expedition with someone from Texas in August is the plan for that one. And I'm looking forward to having her back up here, so that'll be fun. Just the growth from last time she was up here, so definitely excited for that. There's just so much, so I don't know, like, there's so much going on right as of before this live, which is why I wasn't prepped to go pick up and I guess mend some things, all of that kind of stuff. So figure that out, and I know I'll get back out, put some video, anything. And let me know, you guys, like, reach out via email, Instagram, if you want to set up like a Zoom call where we can get together and Zoom and create that resonance of setting our intentions for the group, what we're gonna, like, what type of teas and infusing, so we can up level that way and start resonating at a coherence of a higher octave. I don't know. whatever frequency. But yeah, let me know. Always open to the idea and growing that way for sure. And so much gratitude and appreciation and love for all of you being here and supporting this journey. And I love having you guys as a team. And I look forward to the next time we get together, which is next Thursday. Watch for the videos. And I might do the odd live. You know, if I have service, I might hop on and do a live. I do like engaging more so than making videos sometimes. I'm not really a video editor or a production of any sort. So if any of you would like to do that kind of stuff too, hey, maybe Ashley should start looking. Anyways, thanks for being here, and thank you for shining your lights. Until next time, take care, and sending love and light, positive energy. See you next time, guys. If I can remember how to get out of here. I love editing. Okay, Chino, well, I'm going to reach out to you. I don't know, do you have Experiencing Nature? Bye. Do you have WhatsApp? No, you don't. So I have your number, so I'll take care. And I totally don't know how to shut this live off, you guys. I'm having way too much energy here. Okay, take care.